Hey, welcome back to Vox Terra. Good to see you again. Listen, an earlier video I shared with you some articles about people being concerned about a couple of Joe Biden's picks for their connections to the military-industrial complex. And in there I was critical of Biden and it was a warning. But in this one, I want to share with you a Joe Biden cabinet pick that people are really excited about. And I want us to support this pick. I believe we should. And help her get over the finish line if she hasn't already got over it by the time you're watching this video. That pick being Deb Haaland. According to the Natural Resource Defense Council, Deb Haaland, a first-term congresswoman from New Mexico and a member of the Laguna Pueblo tribe, is picked to lead the U.S. Department of the Interior, or DOI. Haaland would make history as the first indigenous person to serve as a cabinet secretary. The Department of Interior also, interestingly, manages the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Now, to show you her creds among the environmental community even further, the Natural Resource Defense Council, we've got the Sierra Club, an article there, and I'll provide you with the link. Deb Haaland is perhaps the most progressive. Now, they're using the word progressive. I don't feel we always need to use that word. I just like somebody who's really willing to stick up for the people and the environment. Progressive person, their words, for Biden's cabinet. And by far the most electrifying is the word the article uses, electrifying. She's an outspoken advocate for the Green New Deal. Now, I've got some pushback against the Green New Deal, but look, I gave it a pretty good read off of Bernie Sanders' website, and my impression going through it is that basically the Green New Deal is a transition to a less polluting power system, right? And people talk about the money and all that. Look, this economy, I've shown you in many videos, is totally subsidized. So in my opinion, we're just switching away from subsidizing our own demise and towards subsidizing giving us a better shot at survival. Second, it also includes switching towards organic farming and or regenerative agriculture, whereby you're not just spraying our earth with all these poisons and you're trying to harness agriculture to sequester some of this carbon and other pollutants we are just pumping our earth full of. Three, it even includes like the right to repair. The right to repair. How many things are disposable nowadays? Tech especially. So it's basically a way to just grab this economy that's out of control and that we're subsidizing anyway and bring it back under our control so it's healthier. And it has a bent towards what I read, as far as I could read, towards favoring the smaller actors, smaller stakeholders, mom and pop farmers, smaller farmers. Smaller utilities, that type of thing. And it also includes a just transition so that people aren't going to balk, hey, I'm losing my job because you're shutting down this industry. Well, hey, here's a new job for you. And that's one way to skin that cat, so to speak, or one way to solve that problem, the fact that everybody's so wedded to their jobs. Let me get back to Deb Haaland. She also is a proponent for keeping fossil fuels in the ground. And like I've said before, we're burning, billions of tons annually of fossil fuels. And you can look right at NASA to see that correlation between more carbon in the atmosphere from burning fossil fuels and the planet getting hotter. She's also, Sierra Club says, one of the main congressional champions of 30 by 30 goal to conserve 30% of the U.S. lands and waters by 2030. So for me, ever since I was a kid, I just looked at the maps, I looked at the globe, and I thought, well, shouldn't we just have wilderness set-asides? And as I got older, you can feel these wilderness set-asides aren't just for habitat protection for the wildlife. Those wilderness set-asides also filter all the pollution we're making, sequester the carbon we're making. It's a win-win to give major portions of the earth, our land, our soil a rest. And as I've even pointed out for you in other articles in the Bible, in Leviticus, it even says you're supposed to let the soil and the land rest once every 7 years. And lastly, the Sierra Club article feels she's a great pick because she's such a good advocate for our environment. They say Haaland would be the person who can make Biden's campaign pledge of no new fossil fuels permits on federal lands into a reality. So that's interesting to point out too, because the idea here is without people like her on board and in that cabinet, it's harder to know what the Biden administration is going to do. And notice Biden's pledge is no new permits for oil and gas on federal lands. Whereas Bernie Sanders, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, was just no oil and gas drilling or fracking on public lands. So hey, I hope you found this video helpful. Let's keep our eyes on how this administration is going. Let's push it in the right direction. Let's be part of the solution, regardless of where we stand on some of these social issues. And until next time, please like, please subscribe, please share my videos, please click that notification bell, consider supporting a PayPal or Patreon, and as always, peace be with you.